Thank you, Colin. Well, I think it is kind of very exciting to coming tonight in here, because I think this is what the whole thing's about, is this kind of making of events, making of a place. And I think the first thing which really dawned on me is coming to West Kowloon, like this place, is that the whole place is a lot of fence around. And there is this kind of a very alienations about this place that is right facing the magnificent harbour of Victoria, and somehow is this lack of accessibility to this place is really a worrying thing. And I think holding events like this, I think in a way is becoming a very interesting catalyst for things to happen, to come. I think let's go back to the kind of the major sort of themes of this Biennale. Talk about this two bi-city, which is Shenzhen and Hong Kong. And I think we all are now moving sort of blurring into China, the way that we work and how we influence architecture across the border and vice versa and all that. And recently there is a very interesting discussion that, that there seems to be a very interesting way that city design from top down. And I've been sort of observing this and looking at all these sort of asymmetric views of drawings that you always find across. And I think there is this sort of very alienations that we always look at city from top down. This sort of a very iconic sort of components, and not really knowing what's actually down on the ground and things like that. But I think if we go back into very interesting culturally that this kind of drawings, whether it's kind of a Western way to look at space, kind of a Cartesian way, or the kind of the invention of perspective. And Chinese way of looking at space is totally very different. And there is a very interesting comparison. You look at, Chinese sort of paintings and things like that. There is completely sort of very integrated, organic way of looking at spaces and things like that. So what the point I'm making at the moment is that it seems to be this very alienated way of looking at designing cities, which is actually looking at using this kind of form of representation and things like that. I really like to open more of this kind of discussions. And of course, the second, I'd like to talk about a little bit the kind of involvement of these exhibits in here. And I think there is a very strong recurrent theme about the environment and things like that. But I like several pieces in here which is actually much more engaging the place itself. It's not about, of course, that there is a kind of a message that the exhibit carrying, but the way that how it engaging the landscape and engaging the kind of the audience and things like that. I think one of the few pieces is actually very, very interesting. So maybe I can leave it on that. We can open up more talk. Thank you.